Welcome, welcome. By For the Passion, Not the Fashion, the YouTube channel. We are here with Ralf, original member of Tyrant, Germany, speed metal band from the Teutonic speed metal band from the 80s. Vampyr, the cult band, also a cult band, and Exodus, not the American Exodus from the Bay Area, but the Exodus from Germany. Welcome, Ralf.
Hi, Marco. Yes, you are right. Exodus, Germany. Founded 1976, so we were the first. Yeah.
So,
you have already.
Can you please introduce yourself, who you are and what you're doing, and like a little introduction of yourself?
Yeah. Okay, you said the most of them. I'm Ralf. I'm playing the electric guitar. You had told about my bands in former days. Yeah, Vampyr was this band. I think the first one was Scary Spikes instead of Rivets. Yeah. I'm now a little bit over 50.
Okay.
Okay. That's enough for me.
Okay, cool. Anyway, how did your love for heavy metal music started, and how old were you back then?
I think I was 10 years old, and he had an uncle. He had no brothers, but an uncle who was 3 years older than me.
Yes.
And he has albums with rock music, and we always listened together. So I fell in love with that kind of music. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, and what was the first album you heard or bought?
I think the first album I bought was actually Paranoid from Black Sabbath.
Oh, okay, cool. Great one to start.
I was 11 years old.
Wow.
The albums were not cheap. It cost a lot of money in these days. Paranoid, Black Sabbath, and I think the second one was Deep Purple and Rock.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, well, that was in the 70s, right? Late 70s, probably.
At the beginning of the 70s.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, and how did you become a musician, and what was your first band?
Okay, with this uncle who was only 3 years older than me, we played rock stars. We were little boys. And me with a bad racket as guitar.
Yeah.
He pillows for drums. And so we Led Zeppelin or Black Sabbath and pretend we were live performing.
Wow. That's cool. At
then
such a young age.
That's funny. Then I first when I was 15, I think.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened. He was my first drummer in my very first band, Exodus, my uncle.
Wow. Hey, and is it true you what was the musical style of Exodus and back in the day?
Classic hard rock, I think, in the style of maybe Scorpions. This one.
Okay. The old German roots, German influences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, and you were in a great band I played recently today. I love this band. You were in this band called Tyrant. But you left the band just before their first album came out, Mean Machine, back in 1984. Why did you left?
I didn't leave them. They kicked me out. I'm on a single with Tyrant from 1982, the Wanna Make Love, and played my last gig in December 1983. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
in these times we already played the songs from the Mean Machine by then.
Yeah.
The thing was, I was very young, and 2 weeks earlier my mother died.
Oh.
I had lived alone for many years, and so the gig didn't go very well for me.
Mm-hmm.
And what I didn't know at this night, the bosses from Gamma Records were there
Oh.
to see them live, and they didn't like me. So they
Oh.
said, Tyrant, we will do an album with you guys, but find another guitar player. And so I was, yeah, that's then.
Yeah,
So
that's
came Holger Thiele, which
yeah.
played on the first albums, yeah. But it was just that Carl and I used to do the songs, and I wasn't there anymore. So, yeah, I think Mean Machine was the best album from Tyrant.
You in 1985, I discovered you as a young child, and I was like 7-year-old. No, older, like 9-year-old. I don't know. 1985, you released this cult classic with Vampyr, Cry Out for Metal. And what people didn't know is when you had such over-the-top stage performances. With those rubber spikes and like, yeah, it was typical German speed metal in our opinion, and the Dutch press was a little bit negative about it, but that was my attention was because they were so, it was such a, I've already felt like a sort of cult. I didn't know the word cult back in the day, but it was something attract me to check it out, and I really liked it. And this Cry Out for Metal LP by Vampyr. How do you look back on those days?
Look, it was a little bit of satisfaction for me that 2 years later I was able to release Cry Out for Metal with Vampyr.
Okay.
And we had again good heavy metal songs. Iron Head and I wrote together. Guitar works that was praised everywhere. Yeah, we only released one album, although
Yes.
we had several. But we couldn't agree with Gamma about the style. Gamma only wanted thrash metal like SDI, Necronomicon, label colleagues, and we wanted to our, let's say, Judas Priest mix, some fast songs, some mid-tempo songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the songs for the second album were pretty much done. They were ready,
Oh.
but they never reached the recording studio. Yeah,
Oh.
and also was the case. Wolfgang, the singer, didn't want to continue with the band, and so Vampyr broke up in 1987. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was always in Holland. It was always we were always focused on the American market, and the Germans never did something well in the opinion of the Dutch press. But a lot of people in Holland, we were also we love this typical German speed metal like Vampyr made, and also this over the top has a little bit of black metal spirit, with the spikes and the evil, it was more evil and rough, and yeah,
Phases.
for me this style was unique and especially and only made in Germany, and I think when you look back on those days, for me, Cry Out was a really underrated speed metal classic, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to talk to you finally.
Thanks. I was very happy with the Cry Out for Metal album.
Yeah.
We had only 1 week in the studio,
Yeah.
but the sound is good and powerful. The guitar
Yeah.
sound is, the vocals are good. I think everything okay.
Yeah.
And we also got a lot of great reviews, except in Netherlands.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Why not?
even,
Why?
big magazines like Metal Hammer or Rock Hard talk more about the outfit than the music.
Yes,
But
yes, yes. I remember.
Mormons were more enthusiastic. Yeah,
Yeah,
we had already sold many thousands of units with the first release,
yeah.
and we released, I think, about 10 times all over the world. So it was a good album, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but this is funny because you say that was only in Holland this bad critics, but the opposites was going on in Brazil, because my friend Igor Lopez he's a guitar player and singer of the speed metal band Amrunias from Sao Paulo. He told me there's still a huge fan club of the Teutonic speed metal merchants in their home country,
Mhm.
who really worship this old sound you guys created back in the 80s. What do you think about it when you hear that Brazil is still so much into your music?
I've got a lot more emails from metalheads in the last 10 years than 25 years ago.
Wow.
Lots of fans rediscover our albums and celebrate it as old school metal or real metal.
Yes,
And
true metal.
especially in South America or Central America.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
we, we've been re-released in Brazil by Kill Again Records.
Yeah.
It's Untitled. And in Mexico, Under Fire Records, the Jose Cano Baron. You know him? Great guy. And we have fans in Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Chile. Ah, they like good music there. And
Yeah,
also, it's not just the young ones. There are also many over 40, over 15 years old, and
yeah.
who, with a little bit of nostalgia, I will say, they want to hear the old real sound again.
Yes.
Um, Many guys write to me that they don't want to hear this today's plastic sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
Uh,
what you mean. Yeah.
Real and raw sound like we had in the 80s. And so it's good days today. Yeah, good times.
It's a little bit late, but that this credit's still coming. You see it more with bands from the 80s who are not so popular back in the day, but even more popular now with the YouTube and metal art guys. Young kids discover this cult music from the old days, and we see a new follow up. Like with festivals like Keep It True and Headbangers Open Air. A lot of festivals in Germany will book this underrated underground bands from the days who are praised by many metalheads around the world these days.
Yeah. You know, we have a reunion of Tyrant.
Yeah,
We are practicing in the rehearsal rooms for more than a year. The live set is ready.
yeah.
Um, and I hopefully we play in 10 weeks at the beautiful Keep It True Festival.
Wow, 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 wow. That would be
Uh,
awesome.
many, I would say, many guys are looking forward to this gig.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, uh, I had some emails, people saying that they would come by plane from different countries, especially to hear or to see Tyrant. Yeah,
wow.
we also working on completely new songs because the
Yeah.
plan is there will come a new Tyrant album this year.
Well, keep me up to date. I'm curious. I like to hear it.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
and will be the new album in the same spirit like back in the old days?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I'm the
Great.
policeman these days. Uh,
Awesome. Hey, and
I've, yeah.
no, go.
No, ask.
And back in those days, like you already told me, for the Dutchies were always like a little bit tame, you know, like we were not so. The Germans, they were already more outgoing. Like it's the full package you had with German metal bands. You had the looks, the music. It was everything or nothing, you know. That was always in Holland and some other countries was less, but in Brazil it's even more everything or nothing. But back in those days, how important were those looks and attitude in metal for you guys, especially for those metalheads in Germany?
Looks and attitude. It was important. Let me say, the fans always look at the same for 40 years.
Yes.
There's always leather and habits and patches and rivets. And when you go to a Judas Priest concert in these times, I see people from 15 to 65 years old, and all express their affection for the band with shirts and jackets and patches. It's always been a little bit other the bands. Bands have become in the outfit more drastic over the years. I would say, but such extreme outfit as Slipknot or Ghost or Lordi had only come in the last 10 years, I will say. And at our time, we wanted to bring also something new and special with our spikes.
Yes.
And I think we had already set a trend in the years that you have so many metal bands with spikes. So I think we was the first one.
Yeah, the very cool outfits. Yeah. Hey, and were you guys involved? Were you also involved in the songwriting at the time? And what was the lyrical content in the songs of your bands at the time? Where were you singing about? What was?
Okay, in these days, equal Tyrant or Vampyr, it was the case that the two guitar players were mainly responsible for the music, for the songs, and the singers were mainly responsible for the lyrics. Lyrics, not my theme. There were typical metal or male lyrics for this time, nothing philosophical. It was about music, motorbikes, girls, parties, and so on. Nothing special. It had to sound good.
The typical metal anthems of those days. Yeah. Hey, and do you remember any memorable gigs or festivals from that time you guys played?
Yeah. It's long ago, but here in southern Germany, it was very difficult in the 80s for metal bands because you had no locations, you had no organizers, no festivals, and so we had to rent a hall themselves, get a PA, put up posters and so on. And none of the musicians had enough money, so we had too few gigs. Often we got together with another band and organized concerts themselves together. I think the scene in Ruhr Arena, you know Ruhr, Dortmund, was quite better in these days. There were many locations where you could play metal, clubs and so. Here, not enough. Was very special was our TV show.
Yeah, I remember. It's on YouTube.
Heavy Metal Battle.
Yeah.
It was Such Studios. We played the whole album live. And in this show, for example, there were Creator, Backwater, Atlane. You can find still videos on YouTube.
Yeah, great.
Don't know it. Do you know Noidi, the guy?
Noidi, yeah. Noidi, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think it's the metal pope in Germany.
Yeah. There's a lot of great metalheads in Germany. I'm often in the Rupot, and yeah, great scene there. But you are from Baden-Württemberg, is that right? From
Yeah,
Baden-Württemberg? Yeah.
Ulm with a church
That
tower,
was sorry?
with the highest tower of a church.
Yes. And there was also
100.
bands area like Outrage and Poison. Do you remember them?
No. We had in Ulm, Ulm was a stronghold of metal in these days. We had Vampyr, Tyrant, Gravestone,
Oh,
Stranger,
back to attack. Back to
yeah,
attack.
Stranger, The Belt,
Oh, wow,
Storm,
yeah, great stuff.
and all the bands within 30 kilometers around Ulm.
Wow.
Unfortunately, in the past, we often saw each other as competitors, as a
Really?
competitor, not as partners. It was a shame. And also the Gamma company, for example, they should have put packages with their bands and sent them together on tour.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one.
I didn't know that Stranger and Gravestone were also from your area. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
friends. You know Matze Diet from Gravestone? He was later Sinner and Udo.
Yeah.
I'm still in contact with them and with his Gravestones guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. You were that's in the Rue area. It was more like trash, normal trash, and you had more the speed metal and heavy metal in your area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like
More
that.
heavy metal. Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. And uh, is music? I guess so, because I see you with you still have your mullet and your rock T-shirt and your old school memories on your wall from Tyrant and Vampyr. I think music. Yeah, I see. And you're still playing music, so I think music is still important for you these days.
Yeah. Really. And also, I follow the music scene a little bit.
Yeah.
Every now and then, I found bands that I like. I love Five Fingers Death Punch. I've
Yeah.
seen
No.
them live 2 times. Great band. Or here in the south of Germany, there's a band named Red to Grey. You can
What's
note
the name of the band?
Red to Grey. I think
Retigrade.
they have 3 albums, and I like them very much. It's a good
Okay.
female voice. Yeah. Sometimes I watch great bands live, like Nightwish
Yeah.
or Rammstein. It's always very entertaining. And this year I'll watch Judas Priest again. I think for the last time.
When it's
Uh,
continue.
yeah. But see, all the great or successful bands, they all give up. Members are more than 60 or 70 years old, and it will be enough for. Just take the 10 most successful or most liked German bands. The mostly exist more than 40 years.
Yeah.
Except Halloween, Scorpions, Destruction, Gravedigger, Running Wild, they're all out. So I don't know what's in 10 years. Yeah.
It's a lot. That's why it's important to look for new talent and to support young bands, because they are the future,
Yeah, hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, Red to Grey. Look
Okay.
at.
And the other questions, I have another question.
Mhm.
How does your life look like these days? Are you married? Do you have children? And are your kids into heavy metal music as well? Or do they prefer to sit 24/7 on the iPad or play video games?
No. I'm married. We had one son, but
Yeah.
he's adult. He's adult. He has a family with two nice children.
Okay.
So,
Heavy metal
some,
grandfather.
yeah. Sometimes I do the babysitter. It's very funny.
Yeah, cool.
Very cool, but very funny. Yeah. But he's not a musician. He had a good taste in hard rock.
Yeah.
But he's a football player.
Football player.
Yeah. No musician.
Are you a football fan?
Yeah.
Which team do
Since
you support?
Hmm?
Which team do you support?
Yeah, it's Bayern München.
Bayern München. Okay.
Yeah.
It's for you
And
not so far, I think.
of course, the local team is SSV Ulm. Here, region.
What? SS?
SSV Ulm. We're in the
Ah, okay, Doom. Yeah.
we were in Bundesliga 1999 for 1 year.
Wow.
Now they play in the fourth league. Yeah.
Ah, that's. But it's but Bayern München is the opposite. They always get champion, nearly always.
Mhm.
Hey, and about music again. You say you follow a little bit the new bands like Five Finger Death Punch, Ghost, Rammstein. Are there also local bands you especially like? Is there also bands from your area? You told me about the band, told me about the band Wretch or something.
Red to Grey. I
Okay,
think
and that's from your area.
I don't like the name, but I like the band.
What kind of music do they play? Metal.
Modern art of metal, yeah. But
Okay.
yeah.
And are you still into buying albums, CDs and tapes or vinyl?
No.
No. No, no
No.
problem. And can you tell me your favorite metal records of all time? What are your favorite albums?
Okay, I will start with the bands because it's a difficult question because I'm a very old guy.
Yeah.
I have more than 48 years of metal listening. uh,
Yeah.
I've seen many concerts of great bands. You know, I saw Black Sabbath with the first original lineup,
Wow.
17s, or I saw Motorhead live with Filthy, Fast Eddie, and Lemmy. Or I was on the last AC/DC tour with Bon Scott.
Whoa, whoa.
It's difficult to say. Um, at this AC/DC show, 1979, the
Yeah.
support changed all our lives.
Yeah.
It was Judas for the first time live in Germany, and they were better and harder than anything we heard before. Yeah. But I have many favorites from different times. We'll say different decades. 70s, it was Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, Uriah Heep.
Yeah.
I think Judas Priest, Saxon, Motorhead, Pretty Mates, Iron Maiden, yeah. 90s, Nightwish, Dream Theater,
Yeah.
Masterplan. I like Masterplan. They're Germans.
Masterplan.
Yeah. Sometimes Megadeth. More.
Yeah.
And afterwards, it mixed a little bit up. I also like some Metallica stuff. They have done a lot of metal, for the metal, but don't say it too loud, but I think without Hetfield, they would be just a mediocre.
Sorry?
It's
Sorry?
James metal band. There would be nothing special. Hetfield.
You say about Metallica?
James Hetfield is the important thing by Metallica. Cool. Yeah, the old one I like. I love the old one, but yeah, they have done a lot of for the metal.
Yeah.
Then I still did the good old players like Gary Moore, Michael Schenker, Steve Lukather, Neil Schon, who could still let their guitar tones sing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No shredding, let sing. Yeah, old style. Yeah.
As a guitar player, you have this love for good guitar music, of course.
Yeah,
As
sure.
a guitar player yourself, yeah. Hey, and do you have any future plans? And you already told me about a reunion of Tyrant. Will be there also a chance to have Vampyr reunited? And what can you tell me about reunion ideas?
It's difficult. 2 years ago, the plan for the Keep It True festival was that I could play Friday night with Vampyr and Saturday night with Tyrant.
Oh, okay. Wow, Teutonic weekend.
And then came Corona.
Ah.
I meet often with Lupo, Ironhead, the other guitar from Vampyr. And we have worked a little bit on the pieces and the songs for let me say, maybe a second album. But then come Corona. The singer, Wolfgang, has a new family, a little baby.
Yeah.
The bassman is still a very important person at the Daimler concern. And Lupo has a new project, a very good project.
Yeah.
I can't tell about, but he has a good band and good songs. Maybe in the next week we hear a little bit about. Yeah, so I think no Vampyr for the next 2 years.
But Exodus, German Exodus is a current. You told me that you are active with your very first band, Exodus, again.
Did you see the video? That
Yes.
Yeah.
And what are your plans with Exodus for so far?
Nothing professional. We will make a CD,
Yeah.
but only from recordings from the practice room, from the rehearsal room. And this CD, it's a private thing. You can buy it at the concerts from Exodus, but no label, no company, nothing professional. It's just for fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And only local shows, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the old people, especially cool for those who were there back in the day, or we were relative, families of the musicians or fans at that time, a sort of memory of the old days.
Really, sure. Yeah. And we have many memories. As I said, the founded was 1976. It goes for 3 years. Then we had a break for 15 years.
Yeah.
Another second step, also with 3 or 4 years. Then we had a break. But in all these times, I think 5 to 10 years, we played festivals with these. we met, had 3 times in the practice room, and played a festival. And so we kept in contact for all these days. And since 4 years, we have a new drummer, and we are every week in rehearsal room and make new songs, but it's just for fun.
Okay, but it's cool that you're active again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Hey, and do you have a special message to those fans worldwide who speak the speed metal genre you guys founded back in the 80s? Because you were Vampyr, Tyrant, Living Dead, just call them, you know. You were the guys who put German Teutonic speed metal on the map in the 80s. Do you have a special message to those who still like it and what they...
Special messages swing. I don't think that we started speed metal here in Germany for alone. It was more a logical development. It was invented parallel in different countries, also
Yeah,
in the States, also. Yeah. Or if you listen to Deep Purple's Speed King from 1970, it's very fast. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of names or classifications. There's good metal, and sometimes you have bad metal, and everyone should play or listen to the metal which he likes.
Yeah.
And if you like many different types of music, all the better. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
And what I say, metal isn't a question of age; it's a way of life.
Yeah, that's something that's true. But for me, of course, Judas Priest, when they were the ones for me who actually created speed metal in general. But the German speed metal was something different, like towards to other countries, in my opinion. It has a special spirit for me. This
I,
German speed
I,
metal.
I always heard when it played a German metal band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only what's singing the lyrics, but the kind of picking the guitar, the kind of riffs you hear. You always
Yeah.
heard that German, yeah.
Yeah, you heard that, and also with the looks and you if you yeah it's with the spikes, the leather, it was Germany was and the Brazilians. I think the Brazilians and the South Americans really dig that. They really love that true metal spirit, and there was it was pure metal, true metal, and that was what you guys did with. It was all going. It was not only the music, it was the lyrics from cry out for metal, the song says it, cry out for metal, and the looks, everything was metal, and that's, I think, only Germans did that. So yeah.
Do you know the book from Jose in Mexico? He wrote a book. The name is Cry Out for Metal,
Cry
and
out for
it's
metal. Oh wow.
all over the about Gamma bands.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And he had made a CD from all these bands from the book. Maybe I can ask him, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it would be a little dream for me. One time, a little tour in South America or Central or Mid. Kill Again Records. I think 2 years ago they re-released Vampyr, and
Oh.
in the next month they will re-release 3 Tyrant albums. The second, the third, and the fourth. Yeah. So it's a theme in Brazil, and playing live in these countries is top.
It would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And about the reissues, I have a friend of mine released reissued the old stuff from Tyrant a few years ago. It was Stefan from Heavy Forces Records. You might remember. He made a picture disc and from Vampyr and stuff. Picture LP.
And 1 year later, there was a nice guy, nice label in 3 different colors.
Yeah.
Red, blood red, beer, yellow, and black. Yeah, that's funny. Not in big pieces. I think 100, 200 pieces. But I think Vampire Crider for metal albums we had sold now more than 10,000.
I have it. I have the original one in my wall, in my record wall in my house. The Cry Out metal. Yeah.
When I come to Netherlands, do you say Netherlands or Holland?
Netherlands, yeah, Nederland.
When I come to you to Netherlands, I will bring some autographs from the guys.
That would be cool, yeah. And I do sometimes I also work for a concert agency, and when you have ever the plans to go touring again, I will tell my my boss, go get get Tyrant of Vampyr in your roster and get them over here, because I would love to see it.
That would be cool. I had a question from Denmark. You know the Heavy Egger?
Sorry?
It's a festival. Heavy Egger in Denmark.
No.
They're a little tiny egger, and that you can find on YouTube a film about the youth of Agger in Denmark, beginning the 80s. And there's one guy with a jacket with a big back patch from Tyrant Mean Machine. It was not official. I think he did it for itself. And I'm in contact with these guys.
Yeah.
And I think since 10 years they had a festival, Heavy Egger. And they ask Tyrant playing this year. But maybe in 2023. Yeah. Tyrant, we will play some festival this year after the Keep It True, but not in this days and not in Denmark.
Maybe there's also a cool festival in Sweden. You might fit on. It's called the Muscle Rock Festival in Sweden. They also have a lot of obscure 80s bands, and yeah, it would also be the Muscle Rock Festival in Sweden.
Oh, I have to look in the internet. Sweden is also almost death metal or something.
Yeah, but also true metal. And in Holland we have also a festival. We have the Very Heavy Festival in the north, who books a lot of old school bands. And we have also the Heavy Metal Maniacs Festival in the central part of the Netherlands. We also do a lot of festivals like these. We have also a metal bar here in my town, but it would be, of course, it would be cool to see you there. But I think Tyrant is a band who have to play for the right people. You know, it's to have these festivals like Keep It True, yeah, it's the best festival you can get for Tyrant, you know, because there's all the people coming who like to see this kind of bands.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. It's way to start.
I hope I can come. Maybe I can come. I think it's already sold out, the next edition of Keep It True. I think so, yeah.
The Friday and Saturday sessions are sold out. I think for Thursday we play Thursday. You can. They kept a few cards, a few tickets.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that will be sold out too.
Yeah.
It's a new. The Thursday is very new.
Yeah.
They have.
Maybe I can go. Maybe I can go with a band or like with a as a press. Maybe we will see. Maybe we'll see. Maybe I can come, or I can buy some tickets from somebody else. We will see. But I would love to see you guys playing, and yeah, I hope you continue with the speed metal merchants from Germany.
Yeah, hope so too.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Ralf,
I have now. Eight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tune Marco. It was a pleasure to speak. Thank for your passion and mercy about my bad English.
Yeah.
Hope you're here again soon.
Yeah, for me, what was also stressful because of all the problems we had with the Skype, and then it's already a little bit nervous. So I hope I did well either as well, and you did perfectly. As bad speaking German, you told yourself, but you did perfect. It was a good talk together.
I think so, but
for the passion of the fashion, like, subscribe now. Bye.
Yo.
We are Ray Life.